You are the five.
Life has gotten so complicated. I think many of us have no idea what's good for us and what isn't. I don't think we realize that some of the unhealthy food we have in our refrigerator and our cabinets is sitting there. So, you know, just like mine, let's be honest. Is there anyone out there who hasn't been on a diet? Anyone?
Yeah, but skinny guys.
Two skinny marinks in the entire audience. Most people want to be thinner and look better. For a lot of people, they will try anything to lose the weight. They'll use food as foreplay, perhaps just to control their fat tooth, and they'll try to eat good calories to stay in, we've got this down, sister, in shape with Robin Leach and the healthy lifestyles of the rich and famous. You look at all those diet books that are currently on the market, it looks very confusing. Well, if you are trying to lose weight and you're tired of all the fad diets, have we got a show for you? You're going to get the answers today from the top doctors, nutritionists, and scientists in the field. I guarantee you, because I thought I knew it all about dieting, I guarantee you're going to find out things you didn't know. So let's get started. Now, say hello to Judy. Judy says she tried everything to lose weight. Magic lotions. What is a magic lotion?
Slim and trim.
It's a lotion.
Guaranteed. It's a cream. Guaranteed to make you lose weight.
Did it work?
No. Did it work? Look, did it work?
Okay. You wrapped your body in saran wrap.
Yes, I put the cream on and then I wrap my body in saran wrap.
I got to admit, that's one I haven't tried. At 190 pounds, Judy is hoping to lose 50 to 60 pounds, right?
Yeah.
It's going to happen by the end of the show. Next to her is Millie. Millie says she feels like the ultimate yo-yo. She went up to 200 pounds because she had twins. Then she lost 80 pounds because she played racquetball one summer. Then she gained back the 80 pounds on her 40th birthday. That was a big birthday cake.
Well, yeah, it was.
At 175 pounds, her fighting weight, Millie is trying to get rid of 50 of those pounds and return to the slim woman she once was.
That's right.
Kimberly says that as a former dancer, she loved her size 6, 125-pound frame. Then she gave birth to her son and her eating habits changed and she gained 40 pounds and she wants to lose the weight and we think we can help her, I hope.
All right.
Margaret was married in a size 3 wedding dress.
Wow.
She has eaten herself through 8 dress sizes. She is now a size 18.
Yeah.
She has a very special reason for wanting to lose the weight. We're going to find out about that reason in just a minute. And finally, Diane. Diane says she does not remember the last time she could fit into a pair of jeans. Diane says she thinks she's tried every fad diet that exists, no success. She says our show is the last hope, the last stop corral for losing weight.
Amen.
True?
Yes.
Judy, let's start with you. Some of the diets you've tried to lose weight.
Oh, I've tried pills. I've tried the cream. I've tried the stretching, the moving, the toning. I've tried wearing these for days at a time. Can you imagine wearing this for days at a time?
Plastic pants to get to sweat it off, right?
Sweat it off. It doesn't do anything but make you stink.
It says here you tried the sex diet. What the heck is the sex diet? Can we talk about it on the air? What is it?
Oh, I don't care.
No, I do. What is the sex diet?
It's where you try to do it as much as you can, and it didn't work though because my poor skinny husband lost the weight.
Where's her husband? Which one? Are you her husband? Can you stand up? That's a... Millie?
Yes.
You've tried the cabbage soup diet.
Wait, right here, because it came from a hospital for overweight heart patients who are going to have surgery and they need to lose weight rapidly. I'm so sure that's true. It's cabbage soup. And then, I mean, I lost 12 pounds in 7 days, and then about 4 days later, I gained about 15 to 18 pounds.
How does your husband feel about your weight?
He doesn't really like it, because when I met Michael 13 years ago, I was a size 7. I was very thin. I was very shapely, and I don't believe it was because I was younger. It was a way of life. I played racquetball a lot. I had already had my children.
She gained her weight after pregnancy, which I think happens to a lot of women. What about Kim? Kim, what's going on with you? Is this your last effort? You've told us it's...
Yeah, I have been on several diets as well as these other ladies on the panel. And
how much money have you spent?
I've spent close to $10,000. I've had plastic surgery. I've had tummy tucks, liposuction. I've been on numerous diets. I was thin. Well, my life has changed a great deal since my son as well. I don't get to ride my bike and, you know, the activities that I used to be able to do every day, I can't do anymore.
Say hello to Margaret. Margaret, must be difficult to see anybody go up 8 dress sizes.
Well, God,
I mean, you wouldn't know where to go in a store. You go, which size have you got? Huh?
Well, yeah, it is. It's you know, it's like embarrassing, because you get all these, you know, sometimes kids or people you haven't seen since high school come up to you and say, "Oh, when's the baby due?"
Oh, my God. Oh, dear.
And you're going, "Oh, well, I'm gonna have triplets, you know."
Now, you
said due for another 10 years. And it would just be so wonderful to not have to put on high heels. You know when you put on high heels and then you're out there just dancing away, you know. And what happens? After a while, your legs rub together and you're having to use a cold concrete, you know, because you have all this. Yeah. Or then you dance too much and then your nylons just roll down. You feel like you're wearing string underwear, you know, G-string underwear, and it's like, you know how that feels? It's like, honey, turn around, honey. Let me pull up my you know, that's the thing.
So we're going to get you slim. You said you don't remember the last time you wore a pair of jeans or a bathing suit.
Oh, that's
how long have you been struggling with weight?
Since I had my son.
And why is it important to lose it now?
Well, I used to weigh about 125, 130. And when I got on the scale after I had my son, my husband peered over and it was 208.
Oh. Okay, we're going to try and help each of these women. Coming up next now, there are 5 different diet doctors, nutritionists, and scientists that are going to help. Now, this is where I said you've got to watch this show, because I guarantee you they're going to come up with something you didn't know. And it just might take all that weight off you, or some of it. What we're going to do is we're going to tape this show in 2 parts. The second half of this show will be taped in 3 months, so we can follow our guests' progress. You're going to see their incredible weight loss on this very show later on in the program, so you don't want to leave. It's the only show we've ever done, half now and half 3 months from now. Coming up next, which diet is right for you? Some say stay away from the pasta. Others say you better count those calories. Some people say count the fat. Others say, you ready for this? Eat pork rind, that's pork skin deep fried in oil. Is that possible? Find out the correct way to lose weight. And you've heard about their diets on the bestseller list. Everyone's talking about them. Do they work? Our experts share their secrets on losing weight effectively next. This is where you guys come in. According to the American Heart Association, the average weight of young American adults has jumped a shocking 10 pounds during the last 7 years. Today we are talking about how to take that weight off with some of the top experts in the field of health and nutrition. Because you know what? People in America want answers, and I know you do. Our experts include Dr. Barry Sears, author of the best-selling book, The Zone. I think he's 4th as we go to press right now on best-selling books. Dr. Mary Dan Eads, co-author of the book Protein Power, also a bestseller. Cliff Sheets, clinical nutritionist and author of this book, Lean Bodies, Total Fitness. Joe Piscatella, author of Controlling Your Fat Tooth, and Rosemary Green, who lost 185 pounds and has written a very charming book called Diary of a Fat Housewife. So Dr. Sears, let me start with you. A lot of people are talking about your book. Everywhere you turn, they're talking about The Zone. In fact, I said, let's do a diet show, and somebody said, get The Zone, man. It's number 4 on the bestseller how-to list. A lot of people are wondering, what the heck is a zone? This sounds like you've written a science fiction book of some kind.
Well, it's not science fiction, it's really science. We talk about a hormonal zone. And we talk about hormonal thinking as opposed to caloric thinking. And when you begin to think of food hormonally instead of calorically, you come to realize that virtually all the dietary recommendations being made to the American public are simply dead wrong. As an example...
Everything we've been learning is dead wrong?
Hormonally. As an example, dietary fat alone will not make you fat. What makes you fat is the hormone insulin. And that's what also keeps you fat. And how do you make too much insulin? You either eat too many calories at any one meal or eat too many fat-free calories at any one meal. People tend to forget the best way to fatten cattle is feed them lots and lots of low-fat grain. The best way to fatten humans is also feed them lots and lots of low-fat grain, but not in the form of pasta and bagels.
But we were told, every one of us, to go and eat plenty of pasta and lose weight.
You were told caloric thinking. Caloric thinking says, if no fat touches my lips, no fat reaches my hips. Hormonal thinking says it's insulin that makes you fat, and anything that increases insulin will make you fat and keep you fat.
Dr. Eads, your book, Protein Power, another bestseller, also promotes protein as an effective way of losing weight. How similar is this to Dr. Sears' plan?
The differences between our diet and the Zone diet are that we recognize there's a big difference in people, more than just weight. There's a difference between a 55-year-old woman who's 100 pounds overweight and a 20-year-old man who's 20 pounds overweight as far as their metabolic balance. And so in our program, we allow the amount of protein that the lean body mass needs as a starting point, and we allow them to go up.
I have noticed that some of the snacks that you can eat on your diet plan include pork rinds, beef jerky, peanut butter, crackers, cheese, and nuts.
Yes,
I have to tell you, I'm confused. I would think those things would really be high in fat and make you fat.
Well, hearkening back to what Dr. Sears just said, it's not the fat that makes you fat. Fat's very sating to the appetite if you don't combine it with a lot of carbohydrate.
Joe, I've heard so much about counting fat grams instead of calories. Now we're hearing that Americans are not losing weight on low-fat diets. What's going wrong?
Well, we're eating too many calories, period. But I think we do have to cut the fat. And I got into this a little bit different orientation. I went through bypass surgery at the age of 32. That was a hard way for me to come to understand that you needed to change your diet to preserve your health. And I learned that I really wanted to do 3 things. I wanted to cut my fat because I was eating way too much fat. I wanted to have an adequate amount of protein and carbohydrates, and I wanted to exercise on a regular basis. The problem was, how do you do it in the real world? You know, a sweet tooth exists in a child. A 5-year-old will suck on a sugar cube. But when we as adults get what we think is a sweet tooth craving, we don't go to the sugar bowl. We want pies and cakes and cookies and ice cream. Those foods actually have small amounts of sugar, but enormous amounts of fat. Glazed chocolate donuts, less than 20% sugar. It's over 80% fat.
Whoa.
So the research is showing that we like the fat, and here's the important part. It's a natural biological occurrence.
Cliff, in your book, Lean Bodies, Total Fitness, you talk about gradually increasing your calories. Anybody here wish to eat more and weigh less? Okay. We've always been told the opposite. You're going to increase our calories?
from the proper foods. Everybody that has a TV is watching this show today, they're thinking, well, I've got a slow metabolism, I have more body fat than I want.
Yes.
You must have a fast enough metabolism to burn fat. And a key to that is you have to have the proper foods you're bringing in. So if you want to be a Ferrari, what do you put in a Ferrari? What do you want to power that high machine with? The right foods, the right fuel. So we're talking lean proteins like turkey breast and chicken breast and egg white omelets and all those good things, and fish. That feeds our muscle. We're talking starchy carbohydrates like potatoes and sweet potatoes and rice and lima beans and black-eyed peas. That gives us energy. We're talking fibrous vegetables like salad vegetables. And it's a key that if we want to bring in and gradually increase these, build up the metabolism, get the person active, and this is the key.
Rosemary, you've chronicled your 180-pound weight loss.
185.
185. Sorry about that. In Diary of a Fat Housewife, I think if anyone is an expert, you certainly are. Tell me about your struggle with food and how you lost your weight.
Well, I'm not a doctor or a scientist, but I do have my PhD in obesity. I was approximately 140 pounds. I looked approximately like this when I got married. I got married to a wonderful man, had 6 children, and went up to 320 pounds. I had to come to grips with the fact that, you know, I'm out of control in this area of my life, and it bled over to other areas too. And as I was writing my diary, I would read it and see that by doing certain things, I was able to get a better control in my life. And so in the writing and editing of my diary, I did get down to 200 pounds, and I developed what I call my Winning at Thinning action plan. And it's a little motivational tool that I use on a regular basis, and that I have to use it every day. I still struggle with it. You leave me alone in a room with a whole cheesecake, I might eat the whole cheesecake. So I have to be very careful and control my environment.
I'd like to ask any one of our experts, we've all heard of the fad diets. There's the cabbage soup diet, which about 5 people have suggested I go on. I remember the grapefruit diet. There's the herbal tea diet. Do any of these work?
No.
Our experts, do any of them?
They're all the same.
They're all the same.
In a way, because they're like fruitcakes we pass around every year. Right. They're still starvation.
I used a grapefruit diet in when I was 23, so I was 20 years ago.
Yeah,
43.
that was the rate.
And it was very effective. I lost 65 pounds in 5 months. It works. It was unhealthy because I was putting too much fat into my arteries, but I would never have gained the weight back if I hadn't started eating like I used to eat before I started my diet.
Those diets make you eat much more when you're done.
We're going to find out how each of the diets that we've discussed will work. And what we've done is we have assigned each one of our women to one of the diet plans mentioned on the show. The women have been weighed. We have recorded their starting weights on special diet logs. We will monitor their weight loss progress. And all of our women have received a clean bill of health from their doctors, which is what you should do to be on these diets. And later in the show, you're going to see the results. We'll be right back.
You are the fat. Get off my stage.
Joining us now is a woman. I have to tell you this is the honest truth. This woman is known as the food cop. Her real name is Yolanda Bergman, and Yolanda is also a food educator. She's going to educate us on the products that you see on the market today. Let me tell you what happened to me last night. It was my anniversary, and Carl and I were getting ready to go out, and there was a knock on the door.
I'll bet it's the food cop.
Hi, Carl. How are you? Nice to see you. Thank you so much. Lead me to the kitchen. That's where I belong.
Oh, right in here. Come on.
I noticed, first of all, you guys entertain, you have a lovely lifestyle. Never lose that. You can be thin and healthy, lean and happy, and still have a pleasurable lifestyle. I don't like reduced fat mayonnaise, all right? It still is high in fat, and most of us are not using the serving size that they say. Salami? Need I say more? a turkey breast, and this is fine. Orange juice, obviously good. It has folic acid and it has vitamin C. It's good to keep. The word fat-free is not a license just to eat. Your body doesn't digest the sales pitch. Your body's digesting the ingredients. Whole grain, rye flour, yeast, and salt.
That's it.
Who needs more? And you love this, then why are you having this? We're throwing this one out.
Let's forget.
Wonderful, no oil baked tortilla chips. There it is. Partially hydrogenated soybean oil. I'm sorry, Carl. These go out. De-germed yellow cornmeal. All the nutrients are in the germ. These go.
Thanks, Yolanda.
It's my pleasure being here.
Thank you.
Thanks. What makes a food healthy, you ask me? What makes a food healthy?
What makes a food healthy?
Thank you. Okay, you want to look for, when it's a product based on flour, like a cracker or a bread, make sure it doesn't say enriched flour. That usually means they've bleached the flour and added a vitamin pill to be nice. You can buy your own vitamin pills. You want whole grain flours. You do not want, this word, it's long, hydrogenated oils or partially hydrogenated oils. You want to eliminate those. Studies have shown they are contributing to heart disease and high cholesterol.
So if you see on the package hydrogenated oils, it's a no.
And you don't want to have products that say flour, sugar, brown sugar, high fructose corn syrup, a little more sugar because mommy said I could put sugar in. Let's put some sugar with some salt and chocolate. This is a snack, not the base of your diet. But you know, people, you're shaking your head, some of you, and saying, they don't taste so good. No, not true. I want you to pass these around, open your minds. There are so many, these actually have, here's a chocolate mint cookie that has nutrients. Nutrients. Go ahead, pass those around to the audience. Those are wonderful. And some brownies. I've got some brownies here. You got that are actually good for you. Actually good for you. If you are watching your weight, you have choices. I teach choices. The ability to go to these foods and say, I want something crunchy and munchy. Can I have it? If you set your calories to a certain amount and your fat grams, there's a world of food you can enjoy. I have here an all-natural fudge that is pineapple juice concentrate and defatted cocoa powder. On the other extreme, we go to our cereals, our salad dressings, all kinds of foods that are telling us things. Please look to your ingredients.
All right. I mentioned earlier in the program that our 5 women are going to work with our 5 nutrition experts. Yolanda is also going to work with someone and help them lose weight. She's going to help a member of my staff. I want you to say hello to Debbie. Debbie is our assistant director. Debbie, you've lost a lot of weight.
A little bit.
How much have you lost?
I haven't really weighed myself because I didn't want to start anything yet, so I'm just exercising.
How much would you like to lose?
I don't really have a set goal. I just want to change my eating habits and look better and feel better.
We're going to
because I have my wedding coming up in August.
Great. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
All right. Yolanda, what is the best plan for Debbie?
Well, first of all, believe it or not, I'm not going to weigh Debbie. We're going to take a basic weight, and because I've heard already that since you don't want to be weighed, we're going to measure her in inches. It's how you look, not what you weigh. When I look at you, I don't see your scale number. I see how you look and how you feel about yourself. We're going to start with inches. I will not go for a miracle weight loss plan. We're going to learn how to eat in a way that makes you happy because I want to see you 5 years from now, still married, still happy, still looking good. So we're going to learn how to eat, not how to diet. The weight will come off, the inches will come off, but you will be happy eating. We have to bring that back. Whether you're dieting, losing weight, getting healthy, you have to be happy with what you're eating, the way you eat. So we're going to teach you how to eat in your life on The Sally Show.
Okay, we're going to monitor Debbie's progress as well as our other guests and report their weight loss at the end of this show. Dieting, of course, isn't the only effective way to lose weight. Exercise is a key factor. Absolutely. Find out the best thing you can do on a very busy schedule with a fitness expert who keeps the top stars in shape. We'll be right back. Joining us now is fitness expert Casey Duke. Casey's worked with many top celebrities when there doesn't seem to be any time at all, because that's what you're saying to us. I have no time. How important is this?
Very important, especially in the 90s.
And what's the best way to do it?
Well, I think the #1 thing is cardiovascular training. You have to get moving, whether it's walking, running, doing something, just being mobile. It's the most important thing. Also strength training, but with light weights. If you're trying to lose weight especially, you want to start off nice and easy with light weights, maybe high reps. But the most important thing is to do something.
Something. Anything. Just
anything.
do something.
Your
How many of you in the
more.
audience exercise on a regular basis? How many?
Yes.
About a third, I would say. So you got to address the other 2/3 of us. I know you have some exercises that women can do at home using chairs, even watching TV. So before you take us through it, what can these exercises do for you?
Well, what I do is I am a great believer in designing a program for people's lifestyles. And not everybody can run to a gym, so my thing is to use whatever in the house. You can use a chair, you can use your couch, whatever. You can use cans for weights, whatever you have to do, but it's about what's your lifestyle and not being married or being a slave to something else. So I think it's important to remember that it's an evolution, not a revolution. You start off with maybe 10 minutes a day, you can increase it. Your body will crave more. So the most important thing is to set realistic goals. That is it. Before you do anything else, get rid of this whole idea of having a perfect body, because there's no such thing. Most important to have a perfect spirit, which leads to a healthy body. So you're setting realistic goals, and that's the most important thing I can tell you. I can leave now, because right now, that is it. You have
Even
to
our
set
skinnies in the audience need to exercise there.
Well, you know, it's important because you can be thin and unhealthy and unfit. And there are a lot of people out there who are really thin and they're not healthy or fit.
Take us through some of these exercises.
Okay. All right, so we're going to start with working the entire lower body, and this is without any weights, okay? You guys ready for this?
Yeah.
These guys are ready. All right. Music. Okay, you guys ready? We're going to start with the front of the thigh, which is the quadricep, and the hip flexor. You're going to bring it up, flexing the foot, nice and easy. Hold it right there. You're going to extend, pushing through the heel. Bring it back up and bring it down. Ready? Try it one more time slow. It's up, flex that foot, extend, push through the heel, bring it up, and take it down. Now the standing leg is always soft because you're working both legs. We're going to try 4 at tempo. You guys ready? Work with me. And up, extend, lift, and down again. Up, extend, lift. Smile for me, guys, so they know that it doesn't really hurt then. Lift. One more.
Come on, Santa Fe, let's get going.
Lift and bring it down. Now, working the outer thigh. You want to work the front, you want to work the outer thigh. Next time, just bring it up. Extend it out to the side, nice and easy, and lift, working the hip flexor here and the quad, and taking out, working the outer thigh, that area that we have right here. Bring it up, and out. Again, up, and out. Now to tempo, guys, ready? And lift. You guys are looking great, come on. Don't be embarrassed. Lift, 2 more, up, last one, hold it right there, bring it in. Here and here, we always want to work this area. Okay, now, hold on to the chair, parallel your feet, knees are nice and soft, upper torso is slightly forward, holding on, bring the right leg back, point the toe. You notice here you're activating that buttocks muscle right here, the gluteus maximus and medius. It's the butt, hold it right there, lift it off the floor slightly. You can see it's even more. You want to flex your foot, hold it there, notice you're working that hamstring area right here. You guys see that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, point the toe. And you bring it down. Do you guys feel that? Yes. Bring it up. Flex. Now again, bend that standing leg. The upper torso form is very important. Point that toe. And bring it down. Up to tempo. It's up, flex, point, and down. Lift, flex, point. Keep that standing leg bent. Up, flex, point. Last one coming up. How they doing, guys? And bring it down. All right. But now, remember, cardiovascular working out, it's very important. We have to work your heart. If you want to burn calories and fat, you have to do something aerobic, which is marching in place if you have to. Whatever you have to do to get moving, get your body nice and warm.
We are going to stop taping at this point so that our 6 women can consult with their diet experts. and follow an exercise program designed by Casey Duke for the next 3 months. You've got one ready for them?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Right. But different for each one.
Okay. After this commercial break, 3 months will have passed, and you will see a lighter Judy, Diane, Margaret, Millie, Kimberly, and Debbie. So you all wish them luck as they go off. We'll be right back.
You are the Fab. Get off my stage.
Welcome back. I wish I could do this in my life. We've just entered a time warp of sorts by jumping ahead 3 months. Time to check in with our guests to find out which diets worked and who, if any, lost the weight. All of our guests have been weighed and measured. Boy, they're brave, and they're ready to report their progress. So, are you ready to find out how they've done? Okay. I know I am. Let's get started. Now, you will remember Judy was so desperate to lose weight, she tried everything. She was the one in the plastic suits. She tried the sex diet. We sent her away, and her job was the low-fat diet. And she's here today to show off her new body. Judy has lost a total of 12 pounds. Judy, let's see the new you. You know, that is fabulous, isn't it?
Thank you, yes.
To lose 12 pounds. We're going to talk to you about the diet you followed in a few minutes. Let's find out first how the other diets worked, all right? Do you remember Millie? She told us she tried everything from the 4-day wonder diet. She was eating cabbage soup diet. We sent her away. Her job was to try the protein-powered diet. Did it work? Let's find out. Millie, come on out. Millie, yes. The diet worked. You lost 17 pounds?
Yes, so far.
So far. See, that's what it takes, dedication. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Now, Margaret told us her downfall was the delicious Mexican cooking from her hometown. Was she able to find a way to lose weight and enjoy the enchiladas? Done something right. She's dropped 10 pounds, but 4 dress sizes. Margaret, come on out. Now, remember Diane. She was hoping to lose weight because of her sister's wedding. Don't you love these mug shots? Diane told us she couldn't remember the last time she wore a bathing suit. Now the question is, are we going to see Diane on the beach this summer? Let's find out. Diane, come on out. Our scales show that Diane has lost 30 pounds. You are very dedicated. All of you are very dedicated. And finally, there's one more guest. Kimberly tried everything to lose weight, including liposuction. We got her involved in a high-calorie, high-protein diet. She was off to a great start. She lost 15 pounds. She kept in touch to notify us of her progress. Then one day, the phone call stopped. Days before the show, Christina, one of my producers, Christina, come over here, was frantic to reach her. I've lost one of the guests. We can't do the end of the show. I've lost one of the guests. What's going to happen, right?
Yeah, I didn't think it would be that bad if she lost that weight, but if she didn't lose weight, I thought, you know, come on and just
that's
explain
okay.
why it didn't work.
Yeah, exactly. Well, she finally, this girl will find anyone. She finally got her, and Kimberly said she was indeed avoiding the call. She was embarrassed to reveal she had gained some of the weight back. Now, everybody has an excuse when it comes to why they do not lose weight. So, Kimberly, you come out and tell us your excuse. You look pretty good. You look very wonderful, but now you didn't lose weight. What's the excuse? You did lose weight.
Yes, I did.
And you were trying, and suddenly it didn't work. This diet didn't work. What happened?
Everything was wrong. My stomach seemed like it wouldn't stay flat, and I was exercising so much, and just things weren't right. Well, then I'm having a baby. I found that I'm pregnant.
She couldn't figure out why the weight was coming back on. We figured out why the weight is coming back on. Congratulations. Now, Diane, you lost the most weight. How did you do it?
Well, I worked with Barry Sears. I also worked with Jill Steinbeck, and I just ate low fat. I did cheat a lot, too. But I worked out. I think the biggest thing was I worked out. And I got a boyfriend that's a lot younger than me, so that helped.
Now, Millie, you were on a... Was your diet similar?
It was high protein, low carbohydrate, the Protein Power, Dr. Mary.
And you lost almost 20 pounds?
I didn't stay on the diet. I found it very, very expensive. It was a great diet, and I know that it will work. You know, it worked in the beginning, but I was also told you could feed your whole family. It's not a diet that you have to separate when you cook. And it was pretty expensive, as we know, protein.
Meat is expensive, that's right.
Chicken, you know, it's not what are we having for dinner tonight? It's, Mom, what kind of chicken
So how did you finish losing the weight?
I did some more fad dieting, and last week the old cabbage soup really came through.
Judy, you dropped 2 dress sizes on a low-fat diet. Was this a diet that you think you can stick to? Judy.
Judy. Oh, I'm sorry.
You need to do that.
I was listening to her. I'm sorry. No, not really, because I don't like a lot of vegetables. All I like is green beans and corn, and that's it. And you have to.
But you did so well on it.
Well, I did pretty good. I lost more inches than I did the weight. I had went from a 20 to a 16, so I'm really happy with that. And I'm going to go ahead and keep on and lose some more.
Good.
But I broke my toe and couldn't work out for 3 weeks. And then I got sick and I couldn't work out for 3 more. And so, you know, but I did pretty good for what time I had.
I think you did very well. Margaret has lost 4 dress sizes. She had a very interesting motivation factor to help her lose weight. What was your motivation?
Well, what I did, like I said earlier, is that I'm 34 years old. I've been married since I was 16, and being married now 18 years in September. And the thing is that what I decided to do when I went home and I just got all these big old garbage bags, and I just said, I'm tired of fat clothes, you know.
She gave all her fat clothes away. So I gave away all my fat clothes,
you know, and that's exactly what I did. And then my daughter was graduating from high school, which she's already graduated. And what happened is that my mom and I went shopping, and she says, well, aren't you going to get anything to wear for graduation? I says, no, because I don't want to buy fat clothes. And she goes, well, try this. And I says, I don't want to. And it fit. And my daughter said, Mom, when we got the pictures back from graduation, she goes, Mom, she goes, you could tell you've lost some weight. I didn't lose a lot of weight, you know. I did
lost dress sizes.
I lost some inches, and I shocked myself today. And then now I have another goal, is that our daughters are up for 9 Hispanic Music Awards, and for the New Mexico Hispanic Music Awards. And so that's another goal for me to try to lose some weight.
But you all really look wonderful. Question. All right. What we want to do is find out the results when one of my very own staff members tried one of the diets that we talked about. Did it work? Stay tuned. months ago, when we were doing this show, Debbie told us she wanted to lose some inches for her upcoming wedding. And Debbie is our director. She's an associate director, soon to be our director. And she began working with Yolanda, the food cop. So we snapped her picture. Let's take a look at Debbie before. There she is on the lineup. And now let's take a look at Debbie now. Debbie, come on out. She looks great. You wanted to look good for your wedding.
I wanted to fit in my dress.
Yes, she's a summer bride.
Yeah.
And how well did you do?
It fits perfectly.
Does it?
My seamstress said if I lose any more, that she's going to hate me forever. So.
How many pounds over how many months?
About 8 pounds over 3 months.
And what did the food cop do with you?
She was excellent. I mean, I recommend, she has a book out and I recommend it highly. She just taught me so much about nutrition and exercise. And she, you know how like sometimes people think that low-fat food is all boring. She just gave me so many different recipes on how to make it more interesting and taste better. And
you look fabulous.
Thank you.
You've gone from a 14 to a 12.
Yeah. And want to go down more.
Wow. You know what happens after you get married? Usually your weight goes up. People will tell you that. We're very proud of all of our dieters. We'll be right back. Okay, I've added this up. We had an audience member, by the way, who unfortunately couldn't be back with us, who lost 20 pounds. So together, we have all of us, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, lost 105.5 pounds. All of our thinner guests are wearing clothes provided by Marshalls and TJ Maxx, and you all look terrific. I would like to thank all of our guests. We're going to continue seeing you lighter. So remember, when it comes to losing weight, I think you have to go at your own pace. You just, what do they say? 1 pound at a time. All my best till next time.
You are the Five.